very short period of time to give that to you, so we talk very fast. But we're going to pass around a clipboard, so if you have questions for athletics, Nick, or for health services, Tammy or Angie, this afternoon we'll be around and available for one-on-one consultations or just general questions. So feel free to sign up for a time if you'd like. The clipboard's coming around. So my name is Tammy Larson. I'm the Director of Health Services and Wellness. And in my office, forget how each room is set up. In my office, we have 2 other nurses that work with me. We're there Monday through Friday, 8 to 4, and we're always available after hours through an RA or through campus security. This is where a confidential record, their student health form is kept, their insurance information, and immunizations. And this is all separate and confidential from the rest of the university record. What do we do for students? We do a lot. So emergency care, obviously, but if students are sick or injured, they can come to our office. We'll do an assessment, treatment. We give them, maybe we'll give them medications to help get them over whatever it is, or we'll give them some education on how to take care of themselves. And if we can't, we can also help them with a referral. We do a lot of follow-up care, so wound care, suture removals, blood pressure checks, all types of things like that. Let me see. CLIA wave tests. So we have a lot of tests that are available in our office. This is all free of charge to students. Some of them, if they're positive, we'll send you to the pharmacy. So all you'll have is the pharmacy to get the medicine for whatever it is. So that's the only payment that you would have. Other tests, we actually have the medicines for free in our office. We do a lot of assistance with insurance. So insurance, there's always lots and lots of questions. One thing that parents, you should think about is this summer, maybe give your insurance company a call and find out how it will work now that your student is at BV. Because a lot of them will pay even if you're out of your network just because they're a student at a university. So that's a good thing to look at. Massage chair. We have a massage chair in a relaxation room in our office. Students come for a 15-20 minute session in that room. It's great for athletes with sore muscles. It's great for people just to maybe relax and get some downtime. So remember that as a resource. Educational programming, I work with a group called Team Wellness. They're an organization, and they come up with a theme of the month, and then we either program around that or have like an educational booth or maybe some passive programming on a lot of different things that college students and you are going to be going through. Free flu shots. We give free flu shots in the fall to faculty, staff, and students. So highly recommend that students, you get that vaccine. I know no one likes a shot, but it is a really good way to boost your immunity and also help to keep our campus fairly well during the cold and flu season. So recommend that you do that. And then the last thing is allergy injections. Some students have allergy injections that they need. We can't do those in our office, but we can help you get connected to a physician's office and then help with transportation back and forth if that's the case. One other thing I forgot to say in your packet real quick is something on Student Health 101. This is a legit thing that I pay for. Every student will get this every month. Parents, if you'd like to see what they're reading and learning about, you can go to my website and find Student Health 101. So that's in your packets. The other one is a brochure on health services, talks about our goals, our services, all our contact information. And one nice thing inside is a list of providers that work well with BPU students. So pharmacies, chiropractors, physicians, hospital, dentists. The list is not exhaustive, but a good resource.
Okay, my name is Nick Long. I'm the head athletic trainer here. I oversee all the health and wellness for our student athletes here. We currently have a staff of 4 full-time certified state licensed athletic trainers. Each team has their own dedicated athletic trainer, so you have one person you'll report to. If you're a dual sport athlete, you may have a couple you have to deal with in the year, but for the most part, you'll know everybody in there pretty well. So for example, football, wrestling, track and field, cross country, you all report to me. So if you're one of my athletes, you would see me for everything that you have going on. So what I mean by that is, we're at every practice, we're at every game. If you get hurt, you come to us first. We evaluate you on campus in the athletic training room. If it's on the practice field, we're going to do our evaluation right there. We're going to evaluate you, we're going to determine what the best course of practice is. If it's just go ahead and treat you with rehab and whatnot in our athletic training room, we do that. If you need to see our physical therapist, we have you do that. If you need to see an orthopedic surgeon, we have one in town, Dr. Seth Perry, who works here. He lives in Storm Lake. He's great. He loves supporting us at BV. He loves being at the games. We're very fortunate to have him. If you need to see him for anything, I can get you within 24 hours. If it's the day of and early enough, I can usually get you in that day. I have him on speed dial for about 10 months of the year. So if anything happens, we have you taken care of for that point. Another thing we do a lot of is concussion testing. All student athletes will get baseline concussion testing when they show up on campus. We do all the evaluation of concussions, suspected concussions on campus. We take you to our protocol here. We communicate well with the academic side. If it's something we think you need further evaluation, we have a group of neurologists in Sioux City that we work closely with. So we have every type of health care within our graph that we need to have athletes see. Another thing, Tammy kind of touched on it, insurance. We do a lot with insurance on this to make sure athletes are covered. This is something Tam and I work extremely closely together on. Specifically for athletics, we have a secondary insurance policy. So if you tear that dreaded 3-letter ligament in your knee during a practice or a game, we have a secondary policy to help with that. What that means is we have a $1,500 deductible. So that will go for your primary insurance first, or you'll pay out. Once you meet $1,500, our secondary policy kicks in and we start to help cover costs at that point. It doesn't typically cover everything, but it does cover a large portion of the expenses that come from a potential surgery. So we do have that for our student athletes as well.
Okay, so now the paperwork. Just so we know who we're talking to, how many are athletes? And non-athletes? A couple. Okay, so non-athletes first. You are going to go to the Health Services and Wellness webpage. And you're going to click on the link for forms, health services forms, and then you're going to download the fillable PDF, save it, then go back to it, fill it out, save it again, and then upload it to my site. So the very first link is the link to the health form. Then you can just fill that all up. You're going to save it, and then go back and fill it all out. Important, really important at the very top, so I know allergies and medications that you're on. Everything's important, but those are highlights. In the middle section, it talks about health insurance. So every student at BVU has to be covered by some form of health insurance. 3 ways to do that. The first box is through your personal insurance that you have right now, through your parents or yourself. Second way would be through a state-funded program, like Medicaid. The third option would be to purchase the BVU insurance policy that we have for students through Consolidated Health Plan, CHP Insurance. The second one, if you're out of state, if you're not in Iowa, you cannot have an out-of-state Medicaid if you're an athlete. If you're a non-athlete, you can have that as your insurance, but remember, it won't cover you unless it's like an accident or something like that. It won't cover you for an illness unless you're from Iowa. So out-of-state Medicaid doesn't transfer to Iowa. If you need information on how to change from one state to the other, Nick and I have some information on that. It's a process that takes 2 to 3 weeks, so highly recommend that you get started early. If you want the BVU insurance, click that box, and then we'll also have you contact the business office because that's where you go to purchase the BVU insurance. Both of us need a copy of the front and back of the card, so you would upload that as well as your immunization records to the health services website right here if you're a non-athlete, and to Nick's site that he's going to talk about in a minute if you're an athlete. At the bottom of the form, or next we'll talk about immunizations. Everybody has to be up to date on their immunizations, and that means athletics as well, to be complete. The last thing is you need to sign the emergency treatment consent at the bottom of the form. Basically, that's just saying that in case of an emergency, you're giving us permission to treat you. Then you will save this, and again, upload it to my site or upload it to Nick's.
Student athletes, we use a website called Sportswear Online to complete all of your pre-participation paperwork. I'm going to mess that up 4 times today, I promise you. So what I recommend is you go to bpuathletics.com, which is our school's website. When you're on the website, go to Inside Athletics. Scroll down, you will see a tab for student athlete participation paperwork. Did a little bit better that time around. This is a Word document that we had to put on the website. This has everything listed you need to complete. So I recommend either write it down or print it off, and as you go through and complete each section, cross it off so you know you're not forgetting anything. Go on this website, you'll see a link to swol123.net. Click on that website, and it'll take you to Sportswear Online. This is the website we're going to use. Your login is going to be your Bpu email address. Your password is going to be Beavers with a capital B, and then your student ID number followed after it. So it'll be a 6-digit number. Put that information in, hit login. If you have issues, email me. I'll get you set up. I'll correct whatever I need to do on my when I get unlogged. The email from you, and we'll take care of it. When you're in there, fill out all the information. It's your emergency contact information, your address, a bunch of different forms on there. One of those is a student health form that has immunizations. Basically, 99% to what Tammy just showed you. There's a little bit different in terms of a longer orthopedic history, but all your forms are on there. Those have to be completed before you're going to touch the field, course, whatever type of athlete you may be. Okay. With that, physicals is not on there. All student athletes get your physical done when you come on campus, so don't worry about setting that up. That's done. We'll take care of it when you get on campus. Cross it off your to-do list. It's all taken care of, all handled.
So non-athletes, you don't need a physical. It's not required. Okay, then the last thing we're going to talk about is the insurance waiver. Remember I said that every student has to have insurance while at BVU. The way we ensure this is by doing a hard waiver. So you'll go to the Health Services website, and there is a link, an active link that says Complete BVU Waiver Statement. You'll click on that link, and it takes you right to CHP. You'll enter Buena Vista University, and then you'll scroll down. If you enter Buena Vista, yeah. And then scroll down and you'll be able to waive your insurance. It makes you set up a username and a password. Remember that, because that's how you get back into it. And then you'll have your insurance information and you'll put that all in. Then the company verifies that it is insurance and you have insurance coverage, and you'll get a waiver back saying you successfully completed the waiver. And then you don't have to worry. Okay. Anything else, Nick?
I don't think so.
Man, we're doing so good.
We're doing good. If you have questions on anything, or if you want help going through and actually filling out some of the forms for participation for athletes or non-students, sign up for one of those sessions, and Tammy and I and Angie are happy to help you kind of walk you through it. For athletics, I can tell you can get done in about 15 to 20 minutes. We can actually scan your insurance card and your immunization records if you have those with you today, so we can get that taken care of. So if that's something you want to do, please sign up. The more we can get done today, me and Tammy are happy to help, because that's one less headache in August. Other than that, I think we're good.
So the individual consultations are going to be in that main hallway. There will be some ice cream set up this afternoon, and we're in the GSLC, Geisinger Leadership Development Center. And there'll be people at the door to greet you. So if you didn't sign up for a one-on-one, we still are there to answer your questions, help you however we can. We have a couple minutes. Does anybody have any questions at all? Right now? Okay, so what all of you have to do, no matter athlete or not, just makes a difference where you upload it, is all the athletic forms plus the student health form, copy of your insurance card front and back, and your immunization records. Upload those to health services, non-athletes, sportswear athletes. Okay? Thank you.